Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the Community Office Hours. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm delighted to have here with us today Noam Reshe from our team. Noam, say hi to everyone.
Hey guys, hey everyone.
So we're going to start in just a few minutes. As you all know, we have a very special session prepared for today. It's all going to be about partnerships, allies, ways for cities. We have a lot of information to convey to you, and we are really excited for this session. So I'm going to leave you together with Noam. I believe that we are in the best hands when it comes to partnerships. So Noam, please take it away.
Hey everyone. Can everybody hear me? See the presentation? Are we good to go? I'll take that as a yes. And let's get started. So today we're talking about the Ways for Cities Partnerships Program. Basically, we're going to go over the various programs, their status, what's going on. But to those of you who already heard about it before and think we're just going to rehash past stuff, we've got news as well. We're going to talk about the new Partners Hub. This is for your ears only. It's the first time we're talking about it externally, so please keep it to yourself. And it's worth waiting till the end because that's when we're going to talk about it. But we'll start with the basics. So our programs, all of our partnership programs are basically free two-way data exchange programs. Money is not involved. In the Ways for Cities program, Ways provides real-time information, anonymous real-time information, no private data about our users. And basically all of the information you can get from the app in real time. We provide it via a feed, updated every 2 minutes. And what we get from our partners is if they have real-time information, that's great. It helps accommodate us. But the main advantage is construction, planned closure, major traffic events, all of the information that we don't have and they do. And this is the main advantage that we get out of the program. And the winner is obviously the end user who gets all of that information. Who are those partners? The organizations that we work with. So we have departments of transportation, we have first responders, police departments, municipalities. Basically, every public entity that deals with traffic is a valid partner. It's important to note we do not accept at the moment private companies. We prefer to focus all of our resources on public partners because they have the most impact. If you have a lead, if you think it's an exception and worth our giving consideration to, reach out to your community manager. We'll give it a look. But again, right now we prefer public organizations, public entities. Another type of partnerships is the GEP, Global Event Partners. These are mainly sports teams, large festivals, marathons, all of that good stuff that COVID put on hold, but it's still out there and it's going to get back. And basically, we help them navigate users on event day, whether it's because of closures or even drastic traffic changes. And we help them communicate with the users. For example, some sports companies will sell tickets, electronic tickets, with a deep link to Waze to help users navigate to the correct parking lot. And again, the end user is the winner. Some stats. So we have over 1,700 data sharing partners, over 700 broadcast partners. We'll talk about that in a bit. In 2020, we handled over 130 crisis events, fires, disasters, whatever. This is huge. We have 18 cities using Waze beacons. You probably heard about that. It helps you navigate through tunnels with no reception. And we have 4 countries carpooling. It's the US, Brazil, Mexico, and surprisingly, Israel. So basically what we provide cities is we provide tools that help them face the main challenges that traffic brings upon us all. They get free data. They get Carpool, which reduces both traffic and pollution. The Beacons program, which by the way was followed by an engineer who got stuck in a huge tunnel system. So again, helping out cities. And crisis events, which I mentioned, helping users navigate around disaster areas or get to shelters, whatever they need. This is not exactly new programs, but these were brought under the Ways for Cities umbrella in 2020. Broadcasters, which I mentioned, are basically radio stations, TV stations, news sites online, any news agency that wants to provide traffic information to its users. We help them do that. We mentioned the GEP, the Global Traffic Events. These are the events mentioned here. And in-app communications. You can use the Waze app and some of our ads features to communicate with users. For example, if any of you got a warning saying, hey, tomorrow there's going to be a marathon or any other event, use Waze, drive safely. This is part of that. We try to cater to what our partners care about. Obviously, congestion, everybody wants to remove cars off the road. It also helps the environment. Safety is a major issue. We want to help people navigate safely, a minimum amount of accidents. But I think the main thing is what's written here as equity in access. We basically provide cities with free data, helping them make smart decisions, smart infrastructure decisions that could cost hundreds of millions of dollars if based on assumptions or old data. And I think that's the main thing that the program contributes to our partners. And all of this stuff happens because of partners, Waze, and in large part, you guys. I think that the trinity that makes the magic happen is the community, the editors community, partners, and Waze. The collaboration between these three parts is what makes things really happen. We even have a special role within the community, the partnerships coordinators. Community members who take it upon themselves to communicate with partners, help them make the most out of our data, out of our tools. A lot of them are not as Waze and traffic savvy as you guys, and the collaboration is amazing. And one of my favorite examples, some of you probably heard about it already because I really love this one, is the LaGuardia Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. This is pre-COVID days. And in 2017, they started renovating while the airport was active. So daily changes, closures, direction changes, people started leaving their cars on the side of the road so they could get to their flight. They reached out to us, they contacted the community, we made the connection. They brought them on site to the airport itself, gave them a tour, created an open channel of communication, which as far as I know is active even today, and basically made sure that the map is updated daily. People got to their flights on time, everybody was happy, and again, this is a great example of a collaboration, and the end user is the winner. And up until now, this is stuff that some of you may have heard, but now let's talk about something new. As you know, most of you know, the partners use our partners portal. This is basically a one-stop shop for all of their tools, services, all of their communication channels with Waze. Let's quickly go over the tools that they currently have. They have the feeds, both feeds that they provide us and feeds that they get from us. They have the traffic view tool. You can see the picture here. This basically lets them create a route, let's say a major highway that they're really interested in, and get real-time information about what's going on in that route and compared to historical data. So they can see if there are any accidents, if there's suddenly a congestion that shouldn't be there, and immediately get a picture of what's going on and decide on what they want to do. The closure tool is basically WME with special permissions for partners. Google Cloud tool is a tool that lets them store historical data, obviously on Google Cloud, and analyze it. and the infamous reporting tool, which lets them report about incidents, anything they want. This is mainly for partners who lack the technical ability to create a feed. So they have a web tool that lets them report stuff to us in a very basic manner. And this is something that it was built externally. It aged a little bit, and we had some technical issues with it. And so we decided to step up and create a new, not a portal, but a new hub. It's a new tool, so a new name. And when you take a look at this slide, I mean, obviously the design is a bit cleaner and nicer, but it doesn't look like, a huge improvement. And that's because the real stuff is happening behind the scenes. The main difference in the new hub is going to be in the back end. It's being built on Waze infrastructure. And the impact is varied here. First of all, there will not be a need for a Google account anymore. Up until now, partners had to either have or create or whatever a Google account to access all of the tools. For some, it was an issue. And the result of the fact that partners will only need a Waze username, is that we now have specific accounts per person. Up until now, if let's say you're the city of New York, you're a partner, we have a bunch of people using the same username and password. Obviously not a very good practice. If someone leaves the organization and he was the owner, that's a problem. If he makes an error and something happens on the map, it's harder to know who made the mistake, help them correct it, train them. And from now on, let's take again the city of New York, if anyone joins, he'll have his own specific ID. It'll be easy to tell who did what, help the partner make the most out of the tool. This will also affect the tools. We mentioned the reporting tool before. We got a lot of justified feedback from you guys about bugs, about issues with the tool. And again, this is a legacy issues. These were tools that were written a long time ago, not on the Waze infrastructure. And some of them will be updated, some will be rewritten completely. I don't have an exact time frame, but the plan is to have it done in the first half of 2021. And this will make it a lot easier to maintain both the hub and the tools. Whenever we step up in technology, update anything, it'll be much easier to align all of our tools and the hub as well, and make sure that everything is working as it should. It'll be much easier to fix bugs. Everything should be a lot smoother for the partners and for you guys as well, those of you using the reporting tool or working with the partners. This is going to be gradual. We're going to deprecate the old portal. We're not going to shut it off immediately. We're going to do it in batches. We don't want to shut it off and find out that we have a major bug in the new hub. So we'll do it gradually, let partners test it and see that it works. Of course, we'll keep you guys updated as well through your community managers, so you'll be in the know, no worries. That's the new hub. And one last thing, this is something that we make sure to mention every time, support. If you're talking to partners, if they have any issues, bugs, anything at all, make them, please refer them to the portal or the new hub, depends when, and use the contact us form, reach out to us. The SLA is 24 hours. That's 24 hours for an actual human response, not just an automatic one. And this is for partners. So if you guys find a bug in one of the tools, if you have a feature suggestion, please reach out to your community manager. He'll know who to refer it to, and we'll try to make the most of it. And that's it. Time for your questions, comments, whatever you have. I already see a picture about the partnership tool. So, placing any notification on the map, hazard pit accident via feed or reporting tool by partner is a lottery. We never know which direction of the modification. Are there plans to fix this issue? So I'm not sure I followed the question. If this is about issues with accuracy with the partners. So I'll divide my answer to two parts, and I hope I'll get it right. So on one hand, we're going to work with the partners to train them on how to use our tools for in the best possible way. We know some partners make mistakes, and sometimes it's because we didn't train them well enough. So we're going to work on that. We started in 2020. We're going to keep doing that in 2021. And as I said, we're going to upgrade or rewrite the tools. So again, that should make it should make the reports more accurate as well. I'm not sure if that answers the question. If not, try again. Try to write it here in the chat, and I'll try to answer again if I missed anything. Next question. Is there any consequence if partners are not fulfilling their obligations? Is there any pressure Waze HQ can put on them to comply? That's a good question, and it depends. I mean, if a partner is causing damage, if his reports are inaccurate, if he adds closures where there aren't and doesn't remove them, then yes, there are consequences. We'll talk to them, we'll warn them, and if things don't change, we'll just cut off their feed. We won't use the data that they provide. We won't let them add closures. That's the easy part. We can't force partners to share information, and we don't want to. For some partners, it's enough to get feeds from us, and they share it with their public, and they mention Waze, and that's good PR for us and helps Waze along the way as well. So mainly, if partners do anything that damages the map, that provides inaccurate information, then yes, there are consequences. We'll cut it off. Next question. I see Chad is asking, using the reporting tool, you cannot choose if the hazard alert needs to be eastbound, for example, or if it's two-way. Got it. So since we are going to rewrite the tool, we'll take that into account. I'll take this feedback to the engineering team, and we'll try to make it happen. Okay, that's the same question by Chad. Next one. When using the reporting tool, it is impossible to use the cheat chat report type. Yes, I know. Do the incorrect validation of the sub. That's a bug. It's a known bug. Up until now, it wasn't fixed because it wasn't a high priority. Right now, as I said, they're going to rewrite the tool, and that's going to be fixed as well. Next one. What plans do you have to help partners better understand the community visibility and interaction with hazards and alerts that are published by partners? So as I said, and again, this is part of the new hub as well. We're going to upgrade all of our training materials. We're going to, as we started to do in 2020, have webinars for partners, training them on using the tools. We're going to connect veteran partners with new ones. We're going to connect the community, by the way. We're going to connect editors with partners to help them do a better job. So in general, we're going to try to upgrade the partners, let's call it Waze savviness, make them Waze experts and better use the tools to provide better information. And we also, again, we talk to them constantly, and part of the training materials will be about the community, how the community can help them, why they should collaborate with the community, and so on. When will partners be able to choose an emergency vehicle as an alert type? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a plan to do that. Again, I'll take that feedback to the team, and we'll see. Is there an opportunity for volunteers editor to get training on the partner tools and get involved as coaches, mentors in the partners program? Definitely, yes. That's a great question. It's almost as if I asked someone to ask it. So we had a sort of trial run in LATAM, and we're going to expand it to basically all of the editors. We're going to train them both on partner tools, best practices on working with partners. We definitely want you as mentors for the partners, because a lot of them use, a great example is the closure tool, which again is basically WME. So we want them to know how to use it in the best possible way. So yeah, expect that in 2021, webinars, making the connection, definitely. Next one. How can we be of help? What are some of the things a new person can learn and become a valuable resource? So you can help in a few ways. One is if you have any leads, if you know of a city that can benefit from this partnership, a radio station, TV station, any potential partner. Another is through the partnerships coordinator's role. And again, any community member who's in touch with a partner can help them out, explain how they can make the most out of Waze data, explain about the tools. And this relates to the previous question, to the materials that we want to provide you guys about those tools. We created in the portal, and again, this is going to be transferred to the hub, a special account, a sort of a playground account for editors. We're going to add more and more of you to that account to play around with the tools, get a feel for them, learn about them. And so you can both reach out to partners, mentor them, you can bring leads, and improve the communication between Waze, the partner, and you guys for the benefit of the end user. Next question. My question may have been confusing. When will partners be able to know how many drivers have seen or interacted with a hazard or alert that a partner has published? I'm not sure. They do get today, it's not the exact data that you're talking about, but they do get a sort of a grade for each incident based on the numbers of thumbs up that users gave it or thumbs down. It's an interesting question. I'm not sure we want to provide an exact number, but we may want to provide better information about the validity of the alert based on the number of users. So again, I'll take it up with the team and see if we want to upgrade what we already have there. So thanks for that. Next one.
I think that those were all our questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we want to thank you all, Noam, for being here today. I actually want to thank everyone who joined us today and spent your time with us. I think that it's been really interesting, and many of us have learned new things. But I'll let you to add a few final words.
Sure. So thanks a lot. It was great being here. If you guys have any more questions, something that slipped your mind, any feedback at all, you can reach out either directly to me or to your community manager. I really think, and we see it in countless examples, that a collaboration between partners and the community is the key for making great things happen. We see it again and again. Your knowledge, your expertise with their abilities is a huge thing, and it works. And see you again, hopefully soon, and hopefully in real life when these crazy times are over and we can go back to meeting each other.
Exactly. In the meantime, please keep safe. Everyone, wear your masks. And we will see you next month for another. Guys, also much. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.